Hi there, Maggie May here, and in this video I head back to Richmond BC's Illumination Night Market. This time as part of a Chinesebites media event. Here, a group of 6 don our VIP passes and sample from over 30 of their food stalls, many of them popular Chinese street snacks and drinks. So stay tuned as we speed through all the food vendors and share our tips and tricks on how to eat easy, share effortlessly, and maximize your time at the Illumination Night Market. Tip number 1, start with the would-be busiest vendors first. Get what you want before the market is in full swing and there is a wait to order and an even longer one to claim your dish. In our case, this was the twist potato stall. A whole potato, spiraled and deep fried, then dressed in a powder and a sauce seasoning. Tip number 2, bring containers. Not only are they an easy way to dismantle and share more complex dishes, they also serve as a plate and takeout boxes for what you can't finish. Tip number 3, no need to save dessert for last. Cleanse your palate in between orders by alternating between savory and sweet. This way, you don't get bored of the taste and everything is as it should and as the vendor intended. We did this with taiyaki, a fish-shaped pastry filled with red bean and vanilla ice cream. Night Market Pro Tip number 4, read the name of the stall you're visiting. They're typically named after their signature dish, and this is usually the one to try. In this case, barbecue squid, but we doubled up and had it barbecued as well as deep fried. And tip number 5, use your hands when you can, because food is more fun when it's tactile. Tip number 6, follow your nose. If it smells good, chances are it'll taste good as well. Just like these Halo barbecue skewers in lamb and chicken. The cheese potato stand was another booth telling you what to order by way of its name. A whole big potato served with veggies like green onion and broccoli, topped with bacon bits, sausage chunks, and of course, a warm cheese sauce. Tip number 7, don't be shy to ask for details. Simply relying on a booth's name or their demo may lead you astray. For instance, this was actually pieces of Spam and fried pork cutlet sliced up like fries. No actual potatoes were used. Night Market Tip number 8, avoid complicated food items. Chances are you'll be standing and eating with one hand holding a plate and the other feeding yourself. You don't have the liberty of using both hands to eat, or in this case, cracking the shell of a crawfish. However, with detailed deshelling instructions and helpful staff members, we were able to enjoy this crustacean in a market setting with ease. Tip number 9, shop around. If you're looking for a specific food item, chances are a booth or two will offer something similar, if not exactly what you're looking for. The Lucky House booth offers dim sum dumplings and fried noodles like other stalls, but without a wait. And the Taiwanese snack booth also offers deep fried squid and the popular deep fried chicken nuggets. Night Market Pro Tip number 10, stay for the show. Many vendors prepare dishes before your eyes, like the savory crepe from Dragon Crepe. Seeing the work that goes into it does make you appreciate it more, as well as better justifies the cost you have to pay. Tip number 11, when sharing becomes more complicated than just ripping off a chunk, rely on your trusty pocket knife to help. It's also useful if you need some personal space between you and the crowd. Tip number 12, try something new. This is the perfect setting to try something you wouldn't necessarily order, especially when splitting it and the cost 6 ways. Like with these organ meat, seaweed, and fungus skewers cooked in a chili broth, giving you a taste of Chengdu. Tip number 13, if you know where to look, there are savory dishes you can get cold, perfect when the sun is out, like this bowl of chilled noodles from Backyard Cuisine. Or when the sun sets and you need to warm up, do it with some spicy warm noodles from the Chinese escargot rice noodle stall. I tried something new with these handmade barbecue gluten skewers. They were fun to unwind right into my mouth. My favorite vendors are the ones that offer large colored photos of their menu, so that you can choose what you want whilst waiting in line. And if you need a break from all the grease and sugar of all the deep fried and savory snacks, there is now a healthy option in the food pavilion. Sexy Salads offer fresh vegetable and fruit salads on the go. Or you can always go back to dessert, like with this bubble waffle. Or instead of barbecue meats, try barbecue tofu, like this tofu wrapped crepe. Bonus presentation points go to these round radish balls. I can always go for a pan-fried gyoza, especially if it's scratch-made by Mama in her kitchen. Night market pro tip number 14, check out a new restaurant within the market. Sometimes restaurants rent out a booth and give them increased exposure, as is the case for Shine Value Lamb Soup. This is always a great way to check out new restaurants without having to travel to their location. I love a good retelling of a classic. This is bibimbap on the go, served in a cone, burrito, for easy eating, or on a plate for better sharing. Pro tip number 15, avoid purchasing a beverage for as long as possible. Not only does having to hold a cup leave you with one less hand, but you want to avoid going to the washroom at all costs. Not only do you have to wait in a lengthy line, but you're going to do so for unsanitary conditions. But if you're going to get a drink, make it count, like a whole baby watermelon, a refreshing mango smoothie, or a sparkling citrus soda. Pro tip number 16, stock up on napkins. No doubt, after all this eating, your hands are pretty sticky, and if you're like me, your cell phone is too. A wad of tissue in your purse or side bag goes a long way. There are also sinks that you can use within stalls that are still unoccupied for the season, so look out for those. I also recommend bringing your own spoon and forks or even chopsticks to the night market, because metal is a lot more sturdier than wood. Or, if you don't want to hold that extra weight around, just order things off sticks. As the night wears down, and if you're still hungry, I suggest visiting the top wok dim sum booth last. All their items are pre-made, which means no line and larger servings. I personally like finishing off my time at the night market with drinks. Not only do they clean the palate, but what you can't finish, you can easily take home with you in your cup holder. And for those who need a stiff drink after all this socializing, you won't get it here. But the closest to it is this Al Cool booth offering shaken mocktails. In an attempt to make up for the lack of liquor, they come with a light-up LED ice cube. Finishing off the night with a fresh fruit and shaved ice dessert from Snowberry is also a good idea. And there you have it, my super conclusive review of the Richmond Illumination Night Market and what to eat, as well as all my tips and tricks to surviving the crowds. I hope you found some of it helpful, if not humorous. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't deny your cravings.